one of my friends, well, more acquaintance. I'm listening to Truth, yay!
Yeah, one of my friends was at work. She works in Urbandale at this RV park, and she was telling her one of her regulars that, oh yeah, I have a friend that does radio, and he was like asking, and she was like, yeah, her show's called The Moment of Truth, and he was like, with Ruth, and she was like, yeah, he was like, I listen to her every Sunday, and I was like,
that's awesome. So,
appreciate
second
it.
segment. How do you want to begin it?
All right, second segment. We got audio from Braden Point. How many audios do we have of him? Just two, right? The two that I sent this morning.
Yeah. You pretty much said 50th on one and then 50th club on the other one.
Okay, yeah. It was like basically the same conversation.
Which one would you want me to play first?
50th goal, and then we'll play the 50th club.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's spring cleaning time, and I am vacuuming
50th goal and then 50th.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit about NHL.
Yeah, this is the NHL segment.
You haven't really talked much about. Hey, take a look at Ruth the Truth on Facebook.
Okay, yeah.
So
I'll start with that.
Put out your credentials out.
Okay, put credentials out.
And also talk about Truth Media.
Okay.
Yes, you need to. Begin spreading.
So let's when we open from break from this one, let's talk about the concert. I'm gonna talk about the concert for a couple of seconds. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do credentials, concert, maybe my baseball or my Gator experience.
Yes.
And then
transition into pointer. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Good morning, everyone.
And I'm, and what I do is I write this stuff down so that I know what we're going to be going into.
Yeah, perfect. So we stay on the same page.
That's
always a good idea.
Yeah.
Funny guy.
Because that'd be kind of weird if we're not.
Right.
That would make it sloppy.
I'm so hungry.
Should have got something.
I know.
Filled with small steps and giant victories. So when you
probably next week, because I know this week, you're going to be busy. Next week, let me know. Find a place that you like to eat at, and let's go.
So I think I'm going to do a birthday dinner on the 28th of April at Eulalie.
I don't know where that's at.
It's at Armature Works in close to downtown.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You ever been there?
I have been to Armature Works, yes.
Have you been to Eulalie?
No.
Okay, I've heard a lot of great things about this restaurant. Okay. And people have been bragging about it for a while. And it's like walking distance from my condo. So I think that's where I'm going to do my birthday.
Lucky. That's awesome.
And I may have a beverage, maybe not. Who knows?
Just enjoy life.
Right.
And it's your big 30th.
I know. I'm turning 30. I'm excited for it, though. I'm excited to be out of my 20s.
I'll be turning 35.
My sister's turning 43 this year.
So you're the baby of the family?
I'm the baby, yeah.
I'm the big boy of the family.
Yeah. Are you the oldest?
Yeah. The youngest is 21.
Oh, wow.
So
big difference. 14-year gap.
Yeah,
oh, that's crazy.
We got a big difference in my family, too.
Good.
So, you ready?
Yeah.
40 seconds. I'm going to begin with Tato. And then, let's talk about
the concert. Credentials, concert,
NFL,
NHL. Let's do it.
And what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to do something for you real quick.
Get certified and
get creative.
Start your own business, work at a gym, or make health and fitness your side hustle. Whatever works for you. Just don't wait.
Get started today and be certified in as little as 4 weeks. Just text BENCH to 323232 right now to get started for free. Text the word BENCH to 323232. Text BENCH to 323232. Now back.
And I'm going to keep it up. Here we go.
On 102.5 The Bone.
Welcome back to the Moment of Truth. Now, that is one of my favorite jams right there. Tato by Masego. Really, really exciting. Guys, if you want to check out my social medias, please do so. If you want to watch the live, I'm going live right now on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Look me up, Ruth the Truth. Pretty simple, right? Ruth the Truth. Keep it simple. And I'll be starting my LLC for Truth Media in the next coming weeks, and I'm so excited about that. Isaiah, how you doing, man? I miss you.
Tell us a little bit more about Truth Media. What is that all?
All right, so
encompass?
Truth Media is going to encompass my bubble of sports media, and I'm going to be able to have an outlet where I'm going to have a website, all that kind of stuff, to have all my material, all my articles, all my multimedia journalism, all of that.
Soon to be sponsors.
And my soon to be sponsors. Guys, hit me up if you're looking to have a commercial on the radio. If you want to promote your business, promote an event, a charity, anything like that, please hit me up on my social medias, Ruth the Truth. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm all over the place. So find me. Let's talk. Let's connect. I want to connect with my audience. I want to connect with my fans. I had a really a great moment with a good friend of mine earlier this week. She was at work talking to her friends about, oh, my friend's on the radio, she does sports, blah blah blah, and they asked her, oh, what's the name of the show? And she says, The Moment of Truth. And as soon as she said that, they were like, with Ruth? And I was like, perfect. That's
there you
awesome.
Go. That's exciting.
That is
it?
so exciting. And that was like halfway across the state. So it's awesome to see that people are tuning in.
And the funny thing is that like even my acquaintances are like, oh, Isaiah, you're so lucky you get to be with Ruth the Truth. I love her. And I'm like, oh, hey, they can be
so
jealous.
Flattering.
Hey,
That's so flattering.
I'll let them be as jealous as they want.
I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate all the love from the fans, all the support. I'm not an expert. I do not claim to be an expert. I just come on here and try to have fun and talk about sports because that's what I love to do. You know what else I love to do, Isaiah?
What?
I love to go to concerts.
Oh, you do now?
Yeah, and it's not weird that I go to concerts by myself.
Let me see. The Taylor Swift concert, right?
No!
What?
Wrong. Okay, there was a lot of Swifties out in Tampa because they had wrong.
Yep.
They had the Taylor Swift tour here in Tampa. There was a lot of teenage girls, our generation people, a lot of people all over the place. And I get in the elevator at my condo, getting ready to go to Masego at Janice Live. Shout out to Megan, the general manager that hooked me up with a VIP ticket for Masego. Thank you so much. I had such a great time. I get into the elevator. I'm all dressed up. And the woman in the elevator turns to me. She goes, oh, are you going to the Taylor Swift concert? And I looked at her and I said, do I look like I listen to Taylor Swift?
Hey,
I mean,
it's for everyone.
Yeah, it is for everyone.
But
she has great music. She's been around for a while. The girl knows what she's doing, for sure.
She does.
All the respect for her.
But you're very unique. You definitely like your own type of music.
Yes, I have such a large palette when it comes to music. I love jazz. I'm like super deep into jazz because the saxophone is one of my favorite instruments. What's your favorite instrument, Isaiah?
Like
if somebody was going to give you a talent to learn any instrument, what would it be? Go.
Piano.
Ooh,
just because
that would be my second.
My family always was trying to teach me how to play, and I just didn't have the capacity to play. But you know what? I could dance. I could do salsa. I actually have a certificate of salsa dancing.
Whoa!
Yes.
Wow, that should have been in the Two Truths and a Lie. Yeah, I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, I can. I do. Well, you know what? It's because I was like, okay, my last name's Chavez. What can I do? Oil, tacos, dancing, salsa. Okay, let me be stereotypical.
That is a beautiful thing because women love a man that knows how to dance. My sister,
they do?
One of my older sisters, of course they do. My sister, especially the Latina women. The Latina women, we love the fair-skinned men that know how to dance.
Yes.
It's like the most exciting thing when we go out and we see, them getting it out on the dance floor. It's super enticing for us, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know. So this certificate that you have for salsa dancing is going to come in handy. I promise.
And not only that, I also help them learn how to do some salsa dancing.
Yo, can you help me?
So
Can you help me? Because I get twisted up when it comes to the spins. My sister's been trying to teach me for years. My sister's been a salsa instructor for 10 years now, and she's been trying to teach me. And I get very impatient. You know how it is with the siblings. It's kind of like, you're being a bully. So it's like
it could take some time.
It could take some time. But
Yeah.
I had a great time at Janice Live Friday night listening to Masego, and that's who the song that we were just playing before coming back from commercial break. That song is called Tado, Tadow. It has over 443 million views on YouTube.
That's amazing.
443 million.
And it sounds so good.
It's so amazing. Now, if you listen to if you watch the music video, okay, it's him and FJK, which is another extremely talented artist, okay? There's only 2 guys, and they're playing 8 different instruments.
Wow.
You have to watch it. It's insane.
And you saw it live.
Yes, and I saw him live. It was the most incredible experience. It was magical. I had such a good time. I didn't care that I was there alone.
Why were you there alone, though?
Because I didn't know I had a +1. I didn't know. Nobody told me. As I'm checking in,
I'm here.
right? As I'm checking in, the lady's like, "Okay, where's your +1?" And I'm like, "A plus what?" I was like, I'm single. I don't have a boyfriend. She was like, "Oh no, like you're on the list for a +1." And I'm like,
No, don't
well,
say
good
that.
to know. Good to know. Yeah, I probably shouldn't let that information out there. Well, now it's out there.
Yep,
It's out there. I'm turning 30, guys, and I'm single.
Make sure you
Don't be
block
sad
your
for
social
me.
media for the next couple of days.
I'm gonna just mute all the DMs.
Yep.
Just mute them all, just in case. But yes, shout out to Masego, incredible artist. The opening act, OG, she was pretty incredible herself.
Wow.
I just love that genre of music, that feel good music. I love rock and roll.
Mhm.
I love some hip hop. It's kind of the hip hop nowadays is getting a little meh.
Crunchy.
Look, crunchy. I like that.
It is.
It's
really
getting a little
is.
different. So Masego, please look him up. Thank me later. Go to my social media. You'll be able to catch some of the videos from the set. I had a great time. So shout out to Megan, and shout out to Mike Olivero, my really good friend from the station, the Mike O Show, for hooking me up with Megan to get me into that show. So yeah, it was the best way to kick off my birthday weekend.
I know, big old 3-0.
The 3-0, the 3-0. Yes, I'm
Oh.
hoping to bring the Tampa Bay Lightning some luck some birthday luck, because they play their first game against the Maple Leafs on Tuesday, April 18th. So coming up in 2 days. Really, really excited for what's to come for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, they've had such a crazy up and down season. They've had some 5-game streak losses. They've had some 4-game streak losses. But Tuesday night, they played the Maple Leafs. This past Tuesday, they played the Maple Leafs as the game leading up to their closing of the regular season. And they lost to the Leafs 4-3. The last time the Lightning failed to score on a power play goal, they had 8 different power plays on that game. Ooh. And they could not put it through the net. It was pretty disappointing. The last time that they had 8 power plays and did not score on a power play goal was January 2nd of 2006 versus the New York Islanders.
2006.
Yeah,
man,
been over a decade. I was in 7th grade.
Oh boy.
I was in 7th grade. So I'm not far off. Yeah, we're not that far off.
Yep.
So the Tampa Bay Lightning wrap up their regular season. They played the Detroit Red Wings on Thursday night. Great shutout, 5-0 against the Detroit Red Wings to end their season. Man, that stadium was rocking. Everybody was so excited. The Lightning are headed into the Stanley Cup playoffs, and hopefully, this is what we're hoping. We're hoping for another Stanley Cup appearance. 4 years in a row. Let's see if we can do it. 3 years in a row. They lost in Game 6 to the Colorado Avalanche. I was actually at that game as a guest because I had a really great time.
Nice.
Yes, but during that game against the Detroit Red Wings, Braden Point scored his 50th goal as a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning, the 3rd to do it in franchise history. This is what he had to say post-game.
It means I played with good teammates. But no, it's pretty special, something I never thought I'd ever do. So, to get it, it's pretty special. Closer to you. When someone's going for a milestone and, you almost start pressing and trying to force it to that guy and ends up not working out. And like you said, just kind of a broken play there on the power play.
20 seconds.
Just kind of find the far side there.
15.
Just a little bit of relief, to be honest. Yeah. just
10 seconds.
You are pressing for it. And
8,
as much as you don't
7,
want to, it is on
6.
your mind. And to see it go in was.
Congratulations to Braden Point for joining the 50th club, the third to do it in franchise history. Not only did he score his 50th, but he scored the 51st too. This is what he had to say about his accomplishments as a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Something I don't know if I'll ever do again. But yeah, it's kind of one of those things, right? When you get it, you've always got that. So, very cool. And, someday when I'm retired, I think I'll look back.
Absolutely. He's going to look back on this year as a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's been there for a full year after getting traded from the Chicago Blackhawks, and he's had some great success in a Lightning uniform. The Tampa Bay Lightning are going to be taking on the Maple Leafs coming this Tuesday, first round in New York. Their second game, I believe, their game 2 is going to be on Thursday, April 20th, and then Saturday, the 22nd, Monday, the 24th, and then if need be, the 27th, the 29th, and the 1st. Now, they had 48 shots on goal in that matchup on Tuesday night against the Maple Leafs, and they were not able to get it done. Now, this is the first time that they've had that many consistent shots and didn't win the game. But there seemed to be some type of, I don't know what was going on with the refs, because obviously it was a very, very physical game. Like, you're talking about these two teams that are going to be playing each other the first round of the playoffs. They're ending their regular season. They've left it out all on the ice. There was fights left and right. The physicality was through the Amalie. It was insane. The fans were eating it up, going insane. But we had a lot of penalties. And head coach John Cooper expressed that there was some type of memo that they were just going to be putting the guys in the box one after the other. So a lot of power plays on both sides. Like I mentioned earlier, they had 8 power plays, did not score a power play goal throughout that whole game, which has not happened since 2006.
But I am looking forward to the Maple Leaf game. That's going to be April 18th, Lightning versus the Maple Leafs
in New York,
7:30 p.m.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like the season has already gone by, all 82 games, and they end their season with 46 wins and 30 losses and 6 draws. Now, Tampa Bay Lightning, the fans are excited. I got to do some interviews with some fans before the game started against the Maple Leafs. There was a lot of Maple Leaf fans there as well, but they were talking about just how excited that they are that they get to match up against a team like the Tampa Bay Lightning, a well-respected team in the NHL. They've been doing it for a long time. This is going to be possibly their 4th time going to a Stanley Cup. So hoping that they get healthy at the right time, and very good luck for the Tampa Bay Lightning as they face the Maple Leafs in the first round on April 18th, the best day on the calendar. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we got to talk some NBA hoops because the play-in tournament was insane, and playoffs kicked off yesterday, so don't change that dial. We'll be right back with the Moment of Truth. Hey, I love that song. All right, cool. Oh, I forgot to give Mikhail Sergachev a shout out. His baby mama just had a baby.
Aww.
So he's a new daddy.
There you go.
He's a new daddy.
I didn't want to end it because it's so good.
I know.
I was like,
that song is so fire. Have you ever heard of Masego, or is this like your first time?
Not.
Look him up, Masego. I think it was awesome. As I was standing outside of the Janice Live, I kept having people come up to me and they're like, "Who is this Masego guy?" And I'm like, first of all, it's Masego, and this is his music. Look up this song, and you will not regret it.
Yeah, it's
the line was wrapped around the building, like it was insane. Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's amazing, absolutely amazing.
So, Sensei's calling out 11:40, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
She hasn't texted me back, so I'm hoping that she's awake. I wonder if I could call her real quick.
Yeah, you can.
How do you pause a live on Instagram? Is that a thing?
I don't do Instagram.
Can you do that?
Live. So.
I thought you could pause it. Oh, you could just pause the video. I see.
At 1025 The Bone. If your trip to the store turns into a trip to the emergency room, call Farah and Farah.
Good morning, everyone.
If a business is responsible for your slip and fall injuries and get you the justice you
Crap,
deserve.
I'm so hungry.
When you fall hard, we fight harder. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Hey, it's
I mean, you have a restaurant right next to here, the Chicago place.
Oh yeah, have you ate there?
Yeah.
It's good?
It's called
Yep.
RM3
I've
for
had
Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Many of their
RM3
pizzas,
is a
salads. I've
natural
never had
hormone
any
that
issues.
burns
So,
fat from your belly,
Ooh,
hips, and
pizza
thighs,
sounds so
helping
good
you
right now.
lose up to 20 pounds or more per month. It's safe for men and women, and it's not
yeah, for me, I think I had the weirdest 30th birthday party.
What'd you do for your 30th? Oh, we forgot to talk about your game.
It's fine. Well, look, this is your show.
I know, but I
But
really
the
wanted
thing
to.
is
I
that
really
we-
wanted to tell the story about your alligator friend.
What's so crazy is that we are really good at pinging back and forth. Like, we could have done a whole segment of just us talking about concerts,
I know.
social media, stuff like that.
I
So,
know. I enjoy talking with you. I think you great. Give me great feedback.
I try my best.
Consultation by dialing #250 from your cell
Good
phone.
morning, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday so far. God bless. You are awake
With RM3
and
for
here
Red
with
Mountain
me.
Weight
Appreciate you
Loss.
guys.
I'm Mackenzie, here to share some very exciting news. Friendly Kia.
We are on a
So-
commercial break, but we will be back in just a second.
Yep. We got 2.5 minutes.
We gotta talk some NBA. But first, we're gonna talk about the Rays because they lost. They were one game away from making history.
Oh,
And
but
then
they tied.
what day was it that you went to the game? Was it Thursday
Thursday,
against the Boston Red Sox? So let's
Yep.
talk about that because when Isaiah came back to his car, he had a little bit of a surprise waiting for him at the car. So let's talk about that.
Maybe.
Sorrento, Sporting, Carnival, and the award-winning Telluride at the all-new Ken Gailey Kia Newport Richie, formerly Friendly Kia.
Can't wait to have you on
Newport Richie, or
May 6th.
at Ken Gailey Kia Newport Richie.
You and I live in the studio. You'll be right next to me. Let's talk some boxing, my friend. I'm excited. I'm excited.
You know what you need to have? You need to have like the extra truth with Ruth.
Extra
Like
truth.
the pod, like a podcast, like on a side note.
Ooh.
Just because you have a lot of talent of talking about sports and make it into very conversational
Yeah.
on the radio.
Yeah.
So maybe you can slide off and say, hey, you know, if we
Segue.
wanted to, we could do the extra truth with Ruth, you know.
Yeah. Or the dark truth with
Yes.
Ruth. The dark side.
The reality of
Yes. Real, raw
the
Ruth.
real Ruth. There
The
you
real
go.
Ruth.
Yes.
I love it. I love that. My fault. I am. Want
I'm
to call
surprised
now?
the DMs didn't get slammed when you said that you're single.
5 minutes. Oh, I haven't logged on yet, so I don't
Oh
know.
boy. Oh
Oh
boy.
boy.
Good luck.
All right, Sensei is up. I told her to call in 5 minutes because we're going to talk about your experience. God, I love that song so much. We can play that again if you want.
I am.
Yay!
Because
I
that's one
freaking
of my
love
favorites.
Isaiah.
I love it. It's so good.
God, wait until you watch the music video.
Well, I
And
wanna-
make sure you watch it and like watch it at night.
Okay.
Okay, watch it at night in your living room and just make sure you have the music on full blast.
Oh, I can't wait.
Gosh, you're gonna have so much fun.
Oh.
Lower back pain. How does it
Look, I bought his T-shirt.
With heart failure and any of
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I can't stay for long.
It's time to talk with your
Oh,
cardiologist.
just
Yeah.
go to a nice.
Yeah.
You may add up to
I had to
25
support
right
Masego, of course, of
So
course.
this segment's only going to be 11 minutes.
And then we're wrapping it up.
We're done. That fast, huh?
11 minutes.
Yep. Well, because we went on about, you know, our lives and whatnot. But it's good though, because it was fun. Because
Yeah.
you could see us bouncing around having a good time, and that's what we want to portray to the viewers. That
Absolutely.
hey, this is a fun show. You know,
We're
we
here
can
to
talk.
have fun.
We can talk more than just sports.
Yeah.
So. All right, you got 1 minute. One.
All right, guys, we are going to have a last segment. We're going to talk about Isaiah's experience at the Rays game. We're going to wrap it up with some NBA play-in and playoff conversation. And I got Sensei from the Sports Senseis calling in to tell me about the Sacramento Kings and them winning over the Golden State Warriors.
Yep.
Let's go.
And how I impressed people with my food eating over there at the Rays game because it was all you can eat at the lounge.
How many plates?
3. Like stacked.
Stacked?
Oh yeah.
Is it like hot dogs and pizza or like
Beef
gourmet?
brisket. Yeah, no.
Now I'm super mad I didn't get invited.
That's what I was saying.
Richard! Richard! I got
ready?
a pickle to pick with you, Richard.
Let's go.
Pickle dick.
Let's do it.
Last segment. Let's go.
Download the free phone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. Now,
And 5.
to the moment of truth with Ruth on 102.5 The Bone.
So good. Welcome back to the moment of truth. I think I just turned Isaiah into a Masego fan. I think I did.
You know what?
Mission
I
accomplished.
was like, I don't want to just, can we just play this whole song?
Right,
But,
the whole song.
it's not a song show. It's all
Right,
about
we're
sports.
a sports show with some good music. Yes,
That's
Tato,
some good-
look it up. TADOW. 443 million views on YouTube. You will not regret it. Please look it up. He is a great artist. Masego, I'm your biggest fan if you're listening. I'm your biggest fan. I felt like I was making eye contact with him.
Uh-oh.
I swear. He was wearing sunglasses, but like when the light would hit at a certain point, like I could see him looking at me, looking at him, looking at me. I felt it. It was awesome. I was right in the front. I was so excited. So the Tampa Bay Rays. Let's talk about some baseball. Okay. They went 13-0. They were one game away from making MLB history. And the Toronto Blue Jays came and ruffled some feathers. Pun intended. Unfortunately. So the Rays have dropped the ball 2 games in a row against the Toronto Blue Jays. And they've experienced some injuries already. Their starting pitcher Spring is going to be out for the next 2 months with an elbow injury, which is not good. This is not how you want to start the season, but great accomplishment. Best start in franchise history for the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, Isaiah had the opportunity to go to a Rays game this Thursday against the Boston Red Sox.
I did. I was over at the lounge and I was texting you. I'm like, hey,
Where
Ruth,
are you?
Where you at?
Right. I was so odd to see that they had a 1:00 game going on because
Right?
usually during the week it's like late games and then the weekends are when they have the early game. So I was hoping, but then again, it wouldn't have worked out because if it would have been a 7:00 game, I would have had to be at the Amalie for the Lightning game. So
I mean, we can clone you and we can have 2 Ruths.
would you guys be able to handle 2 Ruths?
I don't know.
Yeah, the Truth and Ruth.
They should let you know.
Yeah, let's try cloning me. But Isaiah, tell me about your experience.
Oh, it was lovely because it was a really good game because it was like 4th or 5th inning. The Sox actually had us 3-1. I was like, oh no, are they going to mess it up now?
Yeah.
I was very, very nervous, but you know what? You sprinkle on some of that Rays magic and boom, they just killed it. It was so much fun. But you know what was also so much fun? Being in the lounge, eating all you can eat.
That's
and
the best.
Boy, did I eat
all you can eat brisket. 3 plates stacked all the way to the top.
Yes.
You impressed a lot of ladies.
Well, I impressed one lady, the traffic manager, Aurelia. Shout out to Aurelia. But yeah, they're like, where do you put all of this food? And I'm like,
in my belly.
Free food. And it's good. Beef brisket is delicious. They also had chicken strips that were just to die for. And the food, the drinks, the service, everything was just amazing.
Did you have any gator tail?
I almost did. I had such a fun time. I drove over off to Chili's, had some good food. Second time around.
Yes.
I can't help myself.
You can eat.
Food and me. Oh boy, can I ever. I come back and then all of a sudden you see something slithering underneath my car. And I'm like, whoa. I was like, what is this? So I look down. I have a gator under my car. It was crazy. So what
Only
I did,
in Florida.
So yeah, no doubt. So what I had to do, I had to walk back to my car, and then all of a sudden, the manager of Chili's comes out and says, "Hey, you've got you're the guy in the in that car that has a gator under it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
Was there a lake around or something?
No.
Where did it come
The
from?
farthest one was maybe like a half a mile.
What
So
the
it was it.
He
I don't-
traveled afar.
I guess
He wanted some chilies.
or it really liked my vehicle, that's for sure. So they called the cops. They had cops come out and they were just poking them with brooms. And guess what? It got a good massage because it wasn't moving. So I was just patiently waiting.
A broom.
By now, all of Chili's was outside snapping photos of the gator underneath my car. I was like, well, hey, at least my car's famous for something, So after that, they actually had to call for backup. They got a couple more police officers involved. They had the mouth trap. Right when that gator saw the mouth trap come out, boy, did it run. And let me tell you, gators can run.
They're pretty quick.
They are very
How do you
quick,
think, how big do you think this gator was? How long?
It was around 5 foot. It was skinny,
that's a big gator.
It was skinny, so it was probably looking for some food.
Yeah, that's why I was at Chili's, in that Chili's parking lot, looking for food. That's a pretty intense story. When you sent me a picture of the gator underneath your car, I didn't realize that was your car. I was just like, wait a minute, what happened? So that's pretty interesting. Only in Florida. Yes. Speaking of Florida, let's talk about some Miami Heat basketball. Okay. The Miami Heat faced the Atlanta Hawks in the first round of the play-in tournament, and they lost. They lost by 11 points. Trae Young, DeMonte Murray came to play. So the Heat did not win in the first round, and the Lakers ended up winning in overtime in the first round against the Timberwolves. The following day, we had the Chicago Bulls take on the Toronto Raptors, and they eliminated them from contention 109-105. And then the Pelicans dropped the ball against OKC the same night. So OKC went on to play the Minnesota Timberwolves, who came out on fire. Rudy Gobert came back from suspension. Karl Anthony Towns didn't get into foul trouble, and they swept OKC 95-120. The Chicago Bulls went on to lose by 11 against the Miami Heat to end the play-in tournament. The first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs started yesterday, and they had the Brooklyn Nets take on the 76ers, and Joel Embiid came out on fire. James Harden was present. Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey, everybody came ready to play. They beat them by 20 points. The Atlanta Hawks ended up losing to the Boston Celtics in the first round, 112-99. So we got to talk about some Sacramento basketball. And I'm bringing in a very special guest to cover this Sacramento team. Now, she works at the stadium, and she was there live last night. So she got to see the intensity and all that came with the Sacramento Kings and their win over the Golden State Warriors. Sensei, welcome to the show. Tell me about what happened last night. How were the Kings able to take game one from the Golden State Warriors? Let us know. Absolutely. Is it 16 years? 16 years, right? Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's what we expected. We expected a close battle between these two teams. And the head coach for the Sacramento Kings and Mike Brown has come from the Golden State Warriors tree. He's coached under Steve Kerr for quite some time. So he already knows about that winning culture. So I think he might be coach of the year in the NBA. I mean, he's definitely taken my vote. But the Sacramento Kings was able to get a win at home, even with Andrew Wiggins returning back to the Golden State Warriors. Now, I just want to say the Warriors franchise and their front office is top notch, because to have a player like Andrew Wiggins step away from the team for 2 months for a family crisis and not a peep gets leaked to the media about what really transpired with that. I think that was just phenomenal. Andrew Wiggins had 17 points. He played 28 minutes. Phenomenal. Who was your favorite player for Sacramento last night? 38 points. $11.55. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sensei, for joining me on the Moment of Truth and getting up early, because I know you're all the way in Sacramento, so you're 3 hours behind. Appreciate you so much, darling. I will hopefully talk to you later this week. All right, Sunday's matchups. We got the Grizzlies, Lakers, the Heat, the Bucks, the Clippers, and the Suns, Timberwolves, and the Nuggets. Thank you so much for joining me. Please follow me on social media, Ruth the Truth Media. Follow me, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining me for the Moment of Truth.
You're listening to
Hey, great show. Woo, that was awesome. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. See you next week. Oh, the paper. I know. I feel terrible.
That's why.
As soon as I got out of my car, I was like, dang, I did forget something. The freaking whiteboard.
That's why I was tossing you my screen saying, hey, let's do this.
Wrap it up.
I'd rather ride a bike with my kids.
Now, hopefully you do get some good stuff happening with Truth Media. That sounds amazing. That's
Yes,
absolutely
I'm starting this LLC application this week. I'm excited.
Get it done.
I didn't realize it was so non-expensive to open up your own LLC.
It's cheap. It is cheap. Like always, that was fun.
As always, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next week, same time.
Guys.
Bye.
But you should consider